to another episode of the Balance Healing Creations podcast. Before we begin, I would like to invite you to arrive in your body. Notice where you're seated if you're sitting, or where you're standing if you're in movement. Notice the support beneath you. You don't need to change anything. Just arrive. In the last episode, we talked about how unhealed pain becomes loud. And today I want to talk about what comes next: emotional responsibility. Everything in this episode comes back to one idea. Responsibility doesn't mean doing more. It means taking your hands back from other people and placing them on your own inner life. And this next part can feel a little tender, and it may feel a little triggering. And I want to say, if it feels that way, it's not because anyone is doing anything wrong, but growth can feel isolating before it feels liberating. And I feel that way from personal experience. And I want you to know that if you've felt that, you're not failing, you're not going backwards. You're in a transition period. Now, something I don't hear talked about enough is what happens when you begin healing and the relationships around you are still in the patterns that you have chosen to explore your way out of. When you start to see the way through something, when clarity begins to come online, you can subconsciously start holding everyone else to a higher standard. And it's not because you're trying to control. It may come off that way to other people, but internally, it's because you can see the light and you want everyone else to see it too. So from you, it's coming from a heart-centered place. But this is the part that we often miss. You cannot force someone else to heal. And when you try, even gently, even from a heart-centered space, full of love, you're taking something from them. You take away their journey. You take away their lived experience, and you cross into their free will. Think about it like this. If someone had shown up in your life and handed you the rule book, the guidebook, and said, "Here's how to do it right," they would have taken something essential from you: your experience. We're here to live these experiences, not bypass them, not get the cheat codes, not get the Cliff Notes version just so we can get through and get a passing grade. We're here to live them, to embody them. Healing goes both ways. Sometimes we place the weight of our happiness on others because we're still trapped in a cycle. And sometimes we place the weight of their healing on ourselves because we've found our way out. I still notice this pattern in myself, and this is something that I learned that I was doing in the beginning stages of my healing, because I saw the light and I wanted everybody to see it too. And I could see the cracks in their pavement and exactly how they needed to be sealed, and I wanted to fix it for them. But it's not my journey to fix or heal, to fix their cracks, to help them heal, to help them see the light, to give them a speed boost to the next level in life. I'm taking that away from them. Have you ever played a video game and you keep getting caught on a level and you just want to move forward to the next level? So you call somebody in who has beaten that level before, who's more proficient in the game, who's played it a lot longer, so they know all the things they need to do, all the twists and turns of that track. They know exactly how to navigate it, so they beat that level for you. But for some reason, that satisfaction isn't there now. And you kind of feel like you cheated the game. That's exactly how healing goes. Healing isn't a finish line. It's a practice. I've been on both sides of this. There was a time, including in my relationship with my husband, when I was deeply dependent on other people to make me feel worthy. I needed validation to feel beautiful. I needed reassurance to feel safe. I could not do enough to feel worthy of someone's time or attention. And the moment that I realized that I was doing this and my sense of beauty and worth was my responsibility, not anyone else's, that is when everything shifted for me. My relationships changed, especially with my husband. I wasn't hyper dependent anymore. I wasn't seeking constant approval. And then something unexpected happened. I became more magnetic, more attractive, not because I was trying to be, but because I was embodying it. Magnetism isn't about effort. It's about self-sourcing. The moment I shifted my energy, attention, and devotion inward and strengthened my connection with my higher power, that's when I became the most radiant. When I was focusing on myself, focusing on my growth, focusing on my connection with Creator, with Source, with God, whatever you call your higher power. Daily devotional practices to my higher power and embodying connection with everything living. Healing is personal responsibility. That means we don't ask others to heal us, and we don't demand others to heal when they're not ready. Responsibility honors free will, theirs and yours. No one else is responsible for your happiness except for you. And you're not responsible for anybody else's happiness. And when you embody that truth, the feeling, it's liberating. As you finish this episode, notice where your attention wants to go. If it reaches outward towards someone else, gently bring it back. That return is responsibility, and it's also devotion. In the next episode, we'll talk about emotional discharge, venting, trauma dumping, and how sharing can either heal or harm. Thank you so much for being here, and I pray that you take gentle care of yourself.